Start video. Hey there, beer tippers! Welcome back to Beer Analysis 101.
Whoa.
Bring your own beer edition. Hi, Greg. This time, following up Dry February with Imperial March. Dun, 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 dun. And this was planned before worldwide events, so there's no commentary on what's going on right now. But anyway, we are going to do some Imperial beers, which are like, Imperial Stouts, Imperial IPAs, Imperial Porters, what have you. And of course, double IPAs and quad IPAs and all that are also acceptable, but not the Belgian beers, like hopefully somebody was thinking. But anyway, with that, let's get down to who we have with us tonight. Starting with who was first to join. You know what? I'm just going to start from the bottom with Mr. Ash Sexton. Ashley, how you doing tonight?
I am doing great. I hope everyone's having a great night as well. See a nice, full, awesome-looking panel. And Nick, thanks for hosting as always.
An awesome-looking panel and Nick, thank you.
And want me to tell you?
Yeah. What you bring with you tonight?
So, from Flying Monkeys, I got Space Age Sunshine.
Oh, fuck.
There's
Oh,
quadruple IPA.
Oh,
they label it as a orange creamsicle.
Ooh.
11.6%. So,
you enjoy, buddy. You enjoy.
So, Flying Monkeys, there's a lot of story time. I'll just do that when I'm doing my history.
nice. All right. Thank you, Ash. Jamie, is everybody? All right, let's move on. Lady Lee. Hey, I got a
Hello.
kitty.
I do. Okay. So my cat has this thing where she doesn't like being picked up, but if she's on her back, she's like totally cool with it. So that's why I'm holding her like this.
Cats ruled.
Anyways, yeah, she's a weirdo. So I brought two choices. I was kind of waiting to see who had what, to see if I was doubling up on stuff.
Well, you get first dibs.
Yeah, and I'm still not sure what I want to do. I might let Greg choose since he always lets me choose. Greg,
Okay.
which one am I doing? I have hazelnut latte, Imperial milk stout, or Coco Dojo's Imperial stout with banana, coconut, coffee, and vanilla.
I'm always gonna go for coconut. I'm like a mediocre Joe, so yeah, I'll go for coconut.
Let's do it.
And banana.
Good choice.
All right, that sounds like a good choice.
It sounds good. I'm sure they're probably not gonna be that good, but it sounds good.
I had it. I'll save my thoughts for later.
So what is that? It's from who's that from?
Prince Eddie's Brewing Company.
I never even heard of hers. Look at that one. Coco Jojo.
Coco Dojo
Oh,
Imperial stout. It's made with banana, coconut, coffee, and vanilla.
Interesting. I thought it was Jojo because every time I hear coconut, I think of Joe. God rest his soul. All right, thanks. Thank you, Lee. Let's move over to the guy we skipped for a second there. Hey, Jamie, how you doing tonight? And nice to have you back.
Hi, Joe. Can you hear me?
What?
Yep.
Yeah, we can hear
good. Just hit like 3 different mute buttons, so I'm doing good. And tonight I have Piggy.
you. Ooh.
It is
Nice.
from Blood Brothers Brewing, Toronto, Ontario, and it's an 11.9% Imperial Stout with bacon and maple syrup.
Oh,
Interesting.
Sounds terrible.
Totally unpalatable.
I get
Yep.
get the name of that. Piggy.
Piggy,
All right.
It was funny.
Thank you, Jamie.
because I'm fat.
Because he's fat.
Awesome. All right. Thank you, Mr. Jamie. All right, let's go over to Dan Beard. Dan.
Yeah.
Mr. Lactose Dan. What lactose beer did you bring with you tonight? First of all,
Okay,
how are you doing anyway?
Good. Better than I have beginning of the week. I'm doing great.
Nice.
Great. So, now, like everybody else, I had choices. People get like I said one, and they were like, I don't know, and I was like, all right, well, Ashley's already chosen it, so I guess I got to choose something different. So I guess what I'm going to ask: do you want me to do an Imperial Stout, or an Imperial Stout?
Let's go
I'm
with
gonna
Imperial
vote.
Stout.
I'm gonna vote other Imperial stout.
I vote do Ashley's beer because I want to hear your opinion.
Well, I might do that later on. We'll see what happens. I still have 4 of them. So now I guess the next question is 2016, 2017, or 2021?
The oldest one.
17.
16.
16.
So 16, I've got Grizzly Paws, Russian Imperial Stout, bourbon barrel aged.
There we go.
2017, if you want, I've got Moody Ales, Russian Imperial barrel aged stout.
So for six. It's got
Go-
the
go
highest
for
chance
16.
being in second.
All right, 16 it is. It's been out for a bit. It's nice room temperature. So the vintage you have chosen is 16. Does this appreciate?
You could have like
Am I?
the apron on your shoulder or the.
Yep. I will go for that one.
You're very white.
Nice. Alrighty. Thank you, Mr. Dan. All right, let's go over to Mr. Beard. Redbeard, how you doing tonight, Redbeard?
I am good. How are you?
Not doing too bad.
Excellent.
All right, what'd you bring with you?
For my beer of the tonight, I've got a can of Dragon's Bane, double dry hopped, double fresh hopped Imperial IPA from Brazen Brewing out of Winnipeg, Manitoba.
Brazen?
Yeah, Brazen
Yeah.
Brewing. No, buddy of mine that used to work. Actually, don't wait for the history. This is my beer.
All right, yep.
Next.
All right, let's move over to Mr. Greg, everybody's favorite Greg.
One of the best Greg in the entire
screen
chat.
populate.
True.
There you go.
Greg.
Hi, Greg.
Well, I did have a couple interesting, unique beers, and I would probably let Lady Lee choose. But I decided to do another thing. I know at least one person on the panel has this. I was hoping 2 would, so we could all have a good conversation. But anyway, I want to do a beer that's going to be fun for tonight. So much like Mr. Sexton, I'm also doing this beer
Oh my god. Oh,
because I have things to say about it. So
I should have got mine, but I'm not doing it.
You have had it before, Greg? I'm assuming yes.
I have had it before,
Yeah,
and I have things to say.
I have things to say. I have things to say.
Well, this is already getting interesting. I can't wait to hear the history from Greg here and see what's going on. And of
Oh,
course,
boy.
let's move over to last but certainly not least. We've got somebody who hasn't been with us for a while, Mr. Christopher Lizak. Or Lizak.
Yeah.
How you doing tonight, Chris? I haven't seen you in a while.
I'm good. I'm good. I'm good. Thank you. I have my broken thumb. Well,
Yeah.
crushed
Hey.
thumb anyway.
Sorry to hear
Yeah.
that,
Thumbs
dude.
up. Thumbs up. Right, Jamie? That's right.
As
Um.
long as you still
The
have
beer
it.
I brought today, I just reviewed yesterday, and I wanted to have it again today. This is why I joined the panel. So from Bellwoods, and in collaboration with Counterpart, I'm doing Dream Belly again. 10% Imperial. Oh yeah, 10% triple IPA
Triple IPA.
from Bellwoods. It's sold out now. You can't even buy it. I wanted to buy more. You can't.
Wow.
Isn't that one in the LCBO?
No.
No. Okay.
The whatever that green looking one is that I
Monogamy.
got. No,
Monogamy's in the LCBO, but it's actually on its way out of the LCBO because they got Bellweiser, a new Jelly King,
And Ghost Orchid has gone in the
and
LCBO.
Ghost Orchid is going to the LCBO. So Ghost Orchid is actually a fantastic IPA. I'm quite excited for
Good.
that one to be in the LCBO. But anyway, Mr. Nick, what did you bring?
Alrighty, let's pan over to moi, and then say, well, neither of the beers I kind of picked out in case somebody else had the same one got chosen. So I'm kind of curious: should I do Imperial IPA or Imperial Stout?
Do a stout.
Stout. Greg, what
Yep.
do you think?
Choice.
Stout.
Stout. All right, let's do stout. Greg already knows this one, and it's actually one that I won't get too much in the
Know
history. It's
everything
one that
about
Greg
it,
sent me though, considering that I get most of my Imperial Stouts from him. But this is from Dominion City, in Ottawa, Ontario, I believe. This is Between Two Evils, bourbon barrel aged Russian Imperial Stout, or rather, I just call it
Oh, that's
bourbon
the one
barrel
that you
aged
claimed.
stout. What?
That's the one you claimed that I drank your beer last year before sending it.
Well, you
to
did. You sent me this year's beer, I think.
I don't recall that, but it's possible.
I know. I was only bugging you when you were picking out beers. And I'm like, oh, I still got one left. I'm like, sure. Anyway,
and the funny thing
okay.
is, you had sent it to me up until you complained about that. I literally had drank my last one 2 days prior. I would have just sent it to you.
Anyways,
Oh well, you get 2021 instead.
so we got a shit ton of comments there. Should we wait a second, do our histories, and then read comments, or read some now?
Comments are more or less just a conversation between a couple people, so it doesn't.
Mostly just a conversation with Lee and Lee. So unless Lee's going to work or something, let's continue on with the panel and start with Mr. Ashley. If I click on the right one, that is. Ashley, what's your history with this beer?
I have no history with this beer. This beer just came out not too long ago, I think, like just a few weeks ago, or a month ago, or 6 weeks, or I don't know, however long ago it came out. But this is actually my first day off of my dry February as well, so I just haven't had anything in the last month, obviously. So, but yeah,
Ashley gonna get hammered off one beer. It's gonna be great.
Yep.
So they call this quadruple dry hopping and nostalgic creamsicle energy continue this historic victory of Sparkle Puff, forming the galactic void with 11.6% ABV, vanilla bolts, belly warming light, still defending the universe with the power of craft brewing. You'd almost think this was written by Guy. Just sort of rambles on and like there's no periods or sentence, it just sort of keeps on rambling on.
Weird lost chapter of the Beernomicron.
Exactly.
Well, Nick, did you save that?
What?
Did you save that?
Save what?
Did you just? It looks like you're gonna spill your beer.
Well, it kind of foamed up slightly.
So
You foamed up slightly.
this was brewed with water, malted barley, hops, sugars, which they have as orange juice concentrate, vanilla beans, natural orange flavor, mandarin orange flavor, and orange vanilla flavor yeast. So yeah, but other than so that's the story time on the can. But my history, this is the first time I've had it.
I'm gonna pick the beer that I want already, and it's gonna be any other beer except for that one.
Oh fuck! I
Sounds
can't wait
terrible.
I can't wait till you try that, Ash. Oh fuck!
Might have to get whoever's sending me a can of that new Ontario beer. If we do it, then somebody's gonna have to send me a can of that. Just
On and done.
All right.
Actually, I'm going to send you with. You gotta get like at least 6 beers of some kind. I might just send you like a couple beers. So, I'll buy one of them. I'll buy one of those. I never tried one of those prepaid Canada Post boxes you can get, where it's like if it fits, it ships within a certain weight limit. They seem like a decent deal.
Mm-hmm. All right. We'll talk
Anyway.
about it later. All right. Thank you, Mr. Ash. Let's go over to who's next in the list? Lady Lee. All right. So the beer you brought. What's your history with
Yes.
it?
Nothing. Except, okay, so I ripped off the sticker on the bottom. It once was an 8% beer, but now it's 10% beer. So that's exciting.
I could not take the sticker off my can. That's hilarious. You like mine.
Yeah.
It was like it was fused. It just kept flaking off in tiny pieces. Weird.
Yeah, it came off. I googled, I googled Imperial to see what beer I needed. I shouldn't Google. I researched it on LCBO. I did the search on LCBO, and this came up. I'm like, cool, I'm grabbing one, and that's my history.
All right. Well, that's a good way to do it.
We're doing Imperial tonight?
Yeah, we're doing
Yep.
Imperials.
Fuck,
What?
well, I'll take it later.
All right. I'm talking about the
Well,
rare.
I grabbed a bunch of beer. Hang on a second. I don't even know what the fuck I grabbed.
Well, what did you get? Maybe we can
Many
help you
beer?
choose.
It's got a bag beer.
We'll just enjoy this little unprofessional interlude from Mr.
Yeah, there's got to be something there over 8%.
Hazy State?
Absolutely not Imperial.
No, I don't. Ghost Orchard IPA? Nope.
That's awesome that you already got that in the LCBO. We were just talking about that. That's fantastic.
Great Lakes Down in the Moxie, New England IPA? Nope.
Also a good beer though.
I know.
Yeah, it's
Last
almost
dual
here.
lager. I think I picked the wrong one.
Yep.
Sparkle Puff.
Yes.
Triple IPA.
Sparkle
Sparkle
Puff.
There you go.
You're
there
in.
you go.
That's Imperial.
Is it? I thought it was
Yeah.
Well, it qualifies.
10%.
Well, whatever.
Fucking
Baptasian
10.5%.
Timberwolf, old Belgian style, Deepa.
Nope. Well,
Wait, that says
Belgian, you
deep.
say Belgian DIPA.
Belgian.
Yeah, double IPA. Yeah.
You can
It's
do
a
that
double
one if you
IPA.
want.
Well, what do you want
Yeah,
me to do?
that
Sparkle
one's
Puff or the?
Nobody's doing either one. Either you want to do Barrel Cajun or do you want to do Sparkle Puff?
I'll do the Sparkle, the Baptasian because
Yeah, no one's. I don't think everyone's ever seen that one.
Yeah, I've never
another-
heard of that one.
another Sparkle Puff,
You're gonna shotgun those later, aren't you?
and two of them, two Space Invaders IPA.
Huh.
So yeah, I'll do the Baptagon,
Bob Cajun.
And a,
Baptasian
spark-
double IPA.
and a Sparkle Puff. You should do both.
Mixed together.
Both.
Yeah,
them.
cuvee
You get a
that shit.
cuvee, a Sparkle Puff, and
Well, I'll
With
do
a
half of the
Swiss chili
Baptasian and then I'll do the half of.
Yeah.
Alright.
How long to take for Swiss Chalet to deliver?
I don't know.
all right. Well, anyway, we'll circle back to Radar here and get his history and shit on his beer. But let's. Who are we talking to? We were just talking to Lady Lee about history on her thing. We thanked her for
Jamie.
it, and now it's Jamie's turn.
Hi, Nick.
Hi, Jamie.
Blood Brothers. I've had a few beers from them, but definitely never had this one. I went to there's a little bottle shop in Waterloo called the Sidewalk Beer Shop, and it had that the same beer that was it Redbeard you're talking about the same beer that Chris has. It had that one, but I didn't pick it up because I thought it was in the LCBO.
Sounds like a pretty
yeah.
cool little bottle shop.
Yeah.
Like if they got
That's where you got
stuff.
Also-
that's where you got that Decidius
I also picked
from,
up
too.
this Third Moon chocolate covered strawberry, which is probably going to be terrible.
I
And
doubt it.
also this Barry
Ooh,
and
it's got a
Mary
butt on it.
Badlands Brewer double
Double
IPA.
IPA.
So
Oh.
just a couple beers, but that was it. I've never had it before, so
And you got all
Cheers.
those at that bottle shop?
yeah, just bought those three.
That seems like a pretty cool little bottle shop. Like I've never
It-
seen any of those
It
beers.
is. It's a little pricey. It's like going out to a bar kind of thing. Like
Yeah.
you pay, a few bucks more than what you would pay at a brewery, but whatever. I bought three.
They got to cover their costs and also make some money.
Yeah.
It makes sense. The convenience of you being able to. That's awesome. I like it.
Yep. So
That's a pain in the ass brewery to get stuff from. So I also will buy it from a local bar that stocks it just because it's a pain to get otherwise. So
yeah.
Way more breweries need to do the free shipping over $100 thing.
Yeah, it's a cool little bottle shop. It's right in Waterloo. There's a little like a art house movie theater, the Princess, and it's like right in the front of it. There's a little restaurant there, the bottle shop. So yes. Long story short, never had it before. Cheers.
Enjoy.
Cheers.
Awesome. Thank you, Mr.
Sounds
Jamie.
good.
All right, let's go over to who's next on the list. We got Dan. Hi, Dan.
Hi.
Your history.
Hi.
You must have a history with that beer, considering it's a 2016. Did you buy it a long time ago?
I bought it a long time ago, and I never had it before. And by the way, I've changed my.
You've changed your mind.
Yeah. Well, actually, I probably have this as well.
Okay.
But I thought I'd crack it all.
yeah,
All right,
join
so we'll
the
cross
fray.
that grizzly paw thing off and write you down for another.
Well, I think I'm probably going to need to have this from the sounds of everybody else talking about
Wash
this other
that
one.
one down.
So yeah, we're looking at this, or we're looking at this. I'm going to say good versus evil, right versus wrong.
I mean, between two evils.
Between two evils. Oh, that's me. Oh, anyways. My history between of this one right now, I've never had it before. My history of this one, I've never had it before. So far, I'm par for the course.
Perfect.
All right. Alrighty, so thank you, Mr. Dan. So let's go over to Redbeard and watch him talk about his beer tonight. What's your history with this one?
This was actually sent to me from my buddy Ron, who used to be a sales rep for Lake of the Woods Brewing, which is up in Kenora. And he randomly, Lake of the Woods opened a new brewery in Manitoba, and he went there to help with that. And then I don't believe there was any ill feelings or whatever, or ill will kind of shit, but he left them and is now with this brewery, and randomly sent me some a couple months ago, and I kind of forgot about them. This is the first one I've had. I probably should have drank it a bit sooner, to be honest, but It's this apparently the first time that Brazen Beers have left Manitoba or something he was saying. So it's a pretty new brewery, I guess. So my history with the brewery and this beer is a couple fingers worth, I guess you'd say. Yeah.
Nice.
Nice.
Thank you, Beard.
Yay!
Yay. Let's go to Greg. Hi, Greg. Your history,
I have
Greg.
had many Flying Monkeys products before, and I've had this once before. That is my history.
Extensive history.
All I got to say. This panel's too big. We need to hurry it along. That's my history.
All right. Thank you, Greg. And let's go to Christoph.
I had this beer yesterday. I'm having it again today. It's delicious.
Nice.
Jamie, you should have bought. You should. Well, I'll talk about this beer like anyway. But Jamie, if you would have had a chance, you should have bought this.
Yeah,
If you can
I
get
saw
out
your,
there and,
Way to
and grab
shame
it.
Jamie.
yeah, I saw your review. It does sound good, and if it doesn't come to the LCBO, I will go and pick one up.
Perfect.
Nice.
Yeah, that's my history. I've had it. I bought a 4-pack, gave one away, and this is my second one. I got one left after this.
Oh. You just have to buy more.
I'm gonna hold on to it because I'm gonna wait till I get Counterpart's version of it this Saturday
Okay.
on there because
What is it? A collab?
Yeah.
Oh, well, yeah, you're
it's
right.
a
it is.
collaboration. Yeah.
Parts from the counter.
Right.
Oh.
All right. So, thank you, Chris. Let's go
Yeah,
to
no problem.
Redlar. All right. I'm assuming you got no history with this Bobcat Gion.
Yeah, you're almost right. I know I've had another Bob Cajun, but I can't remember which one. It's not on my list that I have like I usually do after I drink a beer. So I think it might have been the common loon, like the American pale ale, but I don't remember.
Okay, I think
It definitely wasn't this one. So yeah, this is a brand new to me Bob Cajun. I think it's only like one of two beers that I saw at the LCBO, the one I usually go anyways. So yeah, so technically brand new for me, and I'll see how it tastes shortly. Stay tuned.
Stay tuned. All right.
Oh, and by the way, hi Chris, I haven't seen you in a while.
Hey, what's up, Raider? What's going on?
And Jeff.
All right.
Okay.
All right. So, let's go over to moi. So, as Greg pointed out, I do kind of have a history with this one. I think he first bought these in like late 20... I can't remember if it was late 2019 or... I think it was late 2020 when these first came out or something. And... The hell? Oh, somebody muted themselves. That's someone's wrong.
No, it's Jamie's back.
Yeah. That's weird. Anyway, it's just like, why is everything quiet? Something wrong with my internet? All right, so I kind of have a history with this one. I think it first came out in 2020. Greg bought a bunch. I asked him because he was setting the other beer mail for me anyway. I was just like, hey, that's a really small can. Can you tell how much are they? I think they're like $8 or something like that. So let's toss one aside. And I think I remember him saying something at some point. He's like, these are so good, I might drink this one or something like that. So I'm like, it's up to you. I'm relying on your charity to send stuff. I think it got forgotten about at one point, and then it just never materialized. I think he ended up drinking it because he didn't buy very many. I think they were like I forget how expensive they were for a 4-pack.
So let me edit your story a little bit. At that point, at this point in time, when you're crying that I drank your beer, I had like 4 others, and for whatever reason, you didn't communicate with me that you wanted one because I had like 4 others, and eventually they all got drank. And by the time I found out that you were all upset about this,
I didn't mention it for another year, and I'm sure if I look in the chat history, I can find where I was talking about it. But it wasn't. It's also not a big deal, so I wasn't really worried about it.
Also, as a bonus, 2021 tastes exactly like 2020, so you can check in both on Untapped and get that shit done.
Nice. All right. Anyway, getting back to this, when it came out again, I'm like, "Can you send me one?" And I think that's when I brought up the whole. I was trying to get you to send me one last year, and you're just like, I don't remember that.
I don't.
There you go.
You were probably speaking
That's
drunk.
the whole thing is like, yeah, I probably was talking to you while drunk. Anyway, he was gracious enough to send me one this time, and so I'm drinking it now. So, as far as Dominion City goes, I've had beers from Dominion City before. I can't remember which ones, because I don't think I tapped them all. The only one I know I had was at the 2016 Albino Beer Fest, the one that Radar went to with Guy. Guy had brought some Gander Black IPA from Dominion City up, and
Yes.
I'm pretty sure that wasn't the only beer from them he brought, or the only beer I've had from Dominion City, because I'm going by my Untapped. I kind of stopped tracking everything on Untapped around 2017. There's just too much to do. I forget a beer after a beer fest or something, like forget to tap in a bunch, and then all of a sudden I find myself way behind on beers to tap. So I'll just tap one every once in a while, but I don't log everything anymore because I can't so much. Anyway, I'm bragging here. All right, so we have a ton of comments now. Did I miss anybody's history? I don't think. I think I got everybody. Cool. So we got the massive conversation between Lady Lee and Lee. Any volunteers to read, or you want me to read them?
Well, I can read them.
All right.
Holy shit! Are we starting from the start though?
Yep.
All right. First up, Lee Russell said coconut. Yeah. Lee Hardy said you, and then you, and then you're a coconut. Lee Russell then said, "What about me?" Then sure. Wow, I'm struggling tonight. You are a coconut, Mr. Russell. Lee Hardy said. Wait until you get my age. If I can be your coconut bikini, I'm game, Lee Russell said. Lee Hardy, I get your age, but I still not gotten to your age yet. Coconut bikini, ha 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 ha, Lee Hardy said. Sounds weird of putting coconut over melons, but whatever, Lee Russell said. And then Lee Hardy said juicy melons. Lee Russell said, you'll get no argument from me there. Did Ashley get his mic from a dollar store bargain bin? Probably. Lady Lee is a Google. Is he drunk?
Maybe.
Everyone, and then Lee Russell says, I'm going to try Lee's voice here. Everyone already, fuck, I can't do it. Everyone already knows what Sparkle Puff is anyways. Fruit cup with added alcohol. Lee Hardy said, you, my good sir, are a fruit cup. Lee Russell said, takes one to know one, you basket of bananas. Never seen bananas in a fruit cup, said Redbeard. Look harder, said Lee Russell. Lee Hardy, I've got a lovely bunch of coconut.
I think he's reading a fucking novel.
Dude, nice and humble, Lee. Lee Russell said. Lee Hardy, I got some on my shirt.
Like he's reading the script to the most just terrible play ever or something.
And then she unbuttoned her top blouse.
And then he's
her blouse. Top blouse. The fuck?
Shirt is ruined, take it off. Lee Russell said. Popo Jojo 7 Course Light. He said Course Light. Well, that's the, speaking of Course Light, or
Imperial Coors Light.
Course Light is a beer that is bought by wife beaters who wear wife beaters and who...
You're talking about Stella Artois.
No, well, that too. Lee Hardy, I saved it, and then Lee Russell, my comment stands. So, yeah, that's pretty much them leading the story. And as he thrusts this purple-headed warrior...
Oh, Jesus.
That's a really...
Christ.
Really random comment by that Popo Jojo guy.
Wow.
Kind of funny.
Yeah.
It's probably just one of those
drinking. Well, it could be what. No, Popo Jojo's a real person. I'm pretty sure. We've had comments from him before. And that's, I don't know. Coors Light might be what he's drinking. Who knows? If there's anybody watching out there, of course we got four viewers right now, and I know they're not all Lady Lee and Lee, or Radar for that matter.
Well,
if you're in the comments watching, we do respond to every comment that we get. So yeah.
Eventually.
So yeah, let us know what you're drinking, and if you're joining in with us and drinking an Imperial beer of some sort. So to get down to it, let's go right back around the circle again, starting with Mr. Ashley, and see what he thinks about his orange creamsicle.
Yes. So again, this is from Flying Monkeys. Their Space Age Sunshine Orange Creamsicle Quadruple IPA, which, to be honest, like a quadruple IPA off the bat is a bullshit style. To be honest, it's triple.
12%. Come on.
I mean, it's just triple. I mean, there's no need to like.
Well, at what point does it become quadruple from triple? With like it? Yeah, it's weird. I'll give you. Yeah.
I would say maybe 12%, but this isn't even 12%. Come on.
Like, if you want to go past a name on a triple, then just call it an extra strong IPA. Just fucking be done with it. Don't do this quadruple and then
Quintuple.
You're gonna make the. I want to see the septuple. Septuple IPA.
What's eight? Octopus?
Yeah,
The
Octobubble.
Octo IPA. Oh, that would be good.
Octo double.
Octobubble.
Octobubble.
So, anyways, so the nose for me was so this is supposed to be like reminiscent of like an orange creamsicle. I'm sort of getting the vibe that that's what it's supposed to be. On the nose, what I get is like some sort of like a really subdued, like slightly roasted orange like aroma to it, but nothing that really reminds me that it's an IPA or that it's like really fruitful or vibrant or anything like that. It just sort of comes across as like a sort of like a slightly muddled orange, not like an IPA. The very first sip I took, like right after I cracked it, was okay for about 5 seconds, and I was like, okay, this is. Then I was like, oh man, no, and I was like, oh man, this is bad. It's pretty harsh. This should not have made it out. This should have not made it up to the LCBO. This is not good. It's really burny. It's just really burny, really bad.
I found the same thing too on that when I had it.
It's like there's nothing that's reminiscent of anything that they're looking to achieve, including an IPA. Know what I mean? Oh, but let me hold on. Let me just found it like
Hold on.
even gotta
Holy
be something
fuck, you're high.
constructive. Like this. There's gotta be something constructive.
Holy
Already?
fuck.
Wow.
Oh, he's fucking
Decided
high.
to imbibe in noble weed
That's awesome.
coming on.
He had to get up there before he fucking drank
The
that beer.
edibles are
That's for
kicking
sure.
in right around now.
That fucking
Like, there's a little bit of like orange that comes through. The vanilla's not there.
No.
There's
no
tons of
cream
fruit.
part of that creamsicle.
Okay, I heard that part. I don't know what it was.
No,
I
that
wasn't
was
looking for
something
anything that was like. I'm glad. I'm glad that they didn't put any lactose in it because I just hate lactose to begin with. So, I mean,
There's
they
lactose
probably
in it.
needed it.
There's no lactose in this?
No, there's not.
Are you sure?
I don't
Wow.
I mean, it is a creamsicle. You put the word cream on it.
Flying
Ice
Monkeys,
is
for like
gonna
one of the
break.
first time ever, actually put the frickin' ingredients on that can. And
That's
yeah.
crazy.
Unless they fucked up on the
Oh.
ingredients, but
I
they
was sure there was lactose in this, but okay.
did say sugars, but it wasn't milk sugars or anything like that. So, and it actually probably would have helped it if they did put lactose in it. But so yeah, it's not a good beer. There's no sort of qualities to it whatsoever. Two for personal preference and 2 for style.
Yikes.
It's bullshit of the style as it is.
Wow.
Railway City makes a creamsicle beer that actually tastes like a creamsicle, and it's like I think 5%. Yeah, it's cool what you can do with beer when you actually do it right, I guess you'd say. Because
Alright.
yeah, Flying Monkeys failed. They failed.
All right,
They
so
did.
just to jot that down, what did you say it was for style and overall again there, Ash?
You said 2 for both.
Ooh.
You 2 for
2
both.
for both. Holy crap. You really hated it.
I'm not even going to finish this half of a goblet.
Oh, he's dumping it.
Good.
Grain bore.
Throw it in the
All right.
fire.
Well, thanks for trying it anyway. Let's move along and get closer to what the other two that are drinking this beer tonight think.
Okay, so Nick, why don't you cluster us all together and get it out of the way?
All right, Greg, let's go. Bring it.
I want Dan to come in first. Get Dan. Let's get Dan in
Let's
here. And I'll
get
do
Dan
my-
on it. All right, Dan.
Do I have to?
Yes.
All right. Well,
You already picked the cool fancy old stout, and then you went and did what you did. So
you know
it's
what?
on you.
I still
It is
have
on
I
you.
still have the old fancy old stout I'm drinking too. So I mean, like this is something I've got as a backup in
So in other
case
words, there's still time.
there's still time.
I didn't realize the
So-
stout was actually open. So
Oh yeah, it is. You didn't see me double fisting. Anyways, yeah.
February over.
In Vernomicron lore, we all saw you do that.
So, what I actually said was not exactly incorrect. I was hoping for more orange. I was hoping for a creamier taste. I was hoping for a lot more out of this beer. That didn't happen. I've never heard of a quadruple IPA. I don't think anyone has. And rightfully so. There should not be anything called a quadruple IPA. I'll give it this much. The alcohol is very well hidden. So that I will give some marks for. But as for a taste, I think the words I'm looking for is, what the fuck?
WTF.
Well, is it what the fuck or what the fuck?
It's what the fuck?
Okay.
The smell I got, it kind of reminded me of I guess it was a triple IPA I had called from Twin Sails. It had that sort of that really heavy, like hoppy smell, that I guess fresh grain hop smell. But there kind of is something in here that just it ruins it. It's either the orange, the tangerine, the orange, whatever the fuck they put into this, it kind of ruins it. Either they didn't stir it properly in the vats, or they just left it to mold and just get shit. I don't know. Yeah, I like the taste is just something I've never experienced before in my life. I don't think I ever want to again. No, I don't ever want to again. It feels like they just dumped a bunch of shit in the vat and said, "Hey, let's call it the quadruple IPA and see how it turns out." Well, we all know that we're now having a 2 for 2 of it is not good. Yeah, I don't know. Like the flavor doesn't even taste like a beer. It tastes like moldy, dusty, murky hops that they pulled out of a cellar from somewhere and they just dumped in there. And leaves this old, bitter back note that I just can't get over. So I'm washing my mouth out with a Imperial Stout.
I love how you keep taking sips of it, and it just makes me laugh because I can see you guys tasting it and being like, "Oh, this is so awful! Oh, I have to take another sip because I have to figure out what the flavors are. Oh my god, what am I trying?" So I'm looking at
It's the thing. You have to get that live You have to get that live taste of what the fuck is this, because it disappears and you're like, I don't know. Wait, hang on. Let me just. Nope, it tastes like this.
It sounds like it's a terrible follow-up to Sparkle.
Like
Puff.
it makes
Sparkle
Sparks
Puff
look
is really
good.
Like when you drink
it's-
Canada,
it's-
that's watched too much.
Dan, what did you give for the shit beer for a rating anyway?
The ship here for a rating, actually was kind. It's zeros across the board
For you?
Wow.
Wow.
Yeah.
All right. Damn. All right, let's go over to Monsieur
So
Greg.
you're saying? So hold on a sec, Dan. You're saying that that's the absolute worst beer you've ever had?
Oh, you
I've
probably
had
have
beer with coffee beans shit out by monkeys, and it tasted a hell of a lot better than.
Okay.
Dude,
that
those
justifies the zeros.
coffee beans are like the best coffee beans in the world.
Yes, I know.
Oh, that's
But
that's not saying anything bad, really.
So well, actually, the first version I had, which was bad, like it was tastes like lawnmower clippings because the beer was shit. It actually went and turned. That one tasted better than this, and this one is actually not turned.
Yuck.
Greg's up.
Alrighty, so Greg's got an erection. So let's go over to Greg first. Let's circle back to you, Dan, about the second beer.
Fair enough.
I just have a quick question for both Ashley and Dan, just because this is going to play into my review a little bit. What is your canning dates?
Ooh, good question.
February 8th, 22.
February 8th, 22.
Okay, so we're all dealing with the exact same batch. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm going to start with the positive. It's 11.6%.
That's it. And now
And-
the negatives.
Yeah. That's the one I had.
I'm going to give it a second positive. For some reason, it's not as bad as it was when I had it 2 weeks ago. That being said, it's still pretty bad. Yes. So when I had it 2 weeks ago, this is what I remember from it: a very faint orange flavored, followed by the extreme burning of alcohol, followed by the taste of what I can only assume is burning asshole. Um,
Jesus.
that would be my flavoring notes for it.
Wow.
As it is this time, I will give it that I do feel in the 2 weeks, and I bought it from the same store, so I'm assuming it's the same batch. I will feel it's a slightly bit better. There is a little bit more orange flavor to it. I don't get as much burn, and I did taste a tiny bit of banana on the first sip, but that went away. So that's really as much as I can say. I actually, shockingly, don't think I hate this beer as much as Dan and Ashley do, but it's still not a very good beer. It just really is a weird mix of flavors. It's still got that burniness. It doesn't quite have the alcohol astringency that I had on the can 2 weeks ago. Like on the can 2 weeks ago, that would have been an easy 0. This one's going to be I'm going to go with a 3 on this one. Well, for style, I don't know what the fuck to rate this on style, because what the fuck is a creamsicle triple IPA? I guess it's a 10 on style.
Quadruple.
Maybe it's the best creamsicle quadruple IPA I've ever had, so I guess it's got to be a
Does it
10 out of
taste?
10 by default. But
Does
yeah,
it taste creamsicle though?
no, it doesn't. I
There you go.
would suggest if you want a creamsicle, Bacardi makes a creamsicle cooler. That tastes pretty reasonably good. Get that. I don't think beer and creamsicle should
And
go
mix it
together.
with the Smirnoff Ice.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. You
Is
should
it not?
compare that for style. Say it's a creamsicle, whatever.
Okay, well, if that's a creamsicle, then yeah, this is probably like a 2 on style. It's got a slight oranginess to it, but again, it's got the orangey. There's no creamsicle. I actually
There's no
think
vanilla.
I agree with Ashley. Like, let's get some lactose in here. Let's do something to.
You know what? I'll
Some
send
icy
you
sugar
out.
in it.
I'll send you out a when they make it again, Medicine Hat creamsicle beer, and you'll know what a creamsicle beer actually tastes like.
I
I'm
had one
scared, but-
creamsicle beer once, and it was
Yeah.
actually pretty good, but obviously mileage may vary depending upon how much you fuck up the style. So what did you? Sorry,
Okay.
down the wrong hole.
Yeah,
You gave it a 3 for overall enjoyment. What did you give for style?
Just give it a 3 all the way.
Three is all right.
It's not a good beer. I for some reason like it a little bit more than Ashley and Dan do, but it's not a good beer. I'll add one more positive to it. I feel it's gotten better in 2 weeks, noticeably better, because this beer was way worse 2 weeks ago. Still not great. Maybe it'll get better with some age. I don't know. Like, this is going to be a shelf turn on the LCBO, so just for fun, I'm going to buy one in like 2 months and see if this improves at all.
Gross.
Well,
Well,
I
I'm gonna
do
get
think
some of your red beer to send this to me, so so we can
Uh,
properly BA this piece of shit.
Yeah.
And make
The,
Dan
the
buy
only
us
other thing, and the only other thing I'll say as a commentary is fuck Putin.
Exactly.
That's good.
No,
Yes,
yeah,
I agree.
totally
I agree
on
with
that.
that.
Just throw that
I
in
was
there.
kind of on the fence of doing Imperial Stouts tonight and shit. So, anyway, thank you for saying that, Greg. Saying what we're all thinking.
Not to get political.
Yeah, exactly. Well, I mean,
Yeah, shut
Not
up.
political. That's
Yeah.
being.
yeah, I mean, there's lots of political things we can say and disagree about, but I'm pretty sure that fuck Putin is the one that we can agree about.
Yep.
Yeah,
Oh,
anyway.
he's Putin's the best. Go Putin.
Yeah,
Go
right.
Putin. He's gonna get rid of all the Nazis in
Alrighty,
Ukraine.
so let's go back to the people we skipped, starting with Miss Lady Lee,
All right.
and see.
So
Skip Jamie.
This has got to be better than the creamsicle.
Oh, lady.
this. Okay, I'm gonna say right now, the one thing that bugs me about all these beers that I've had, like I said, the first time I did the show, was an Imperial. We did Imperials, and I had that vanilla coffee one. That one had like the hints of vanilla, hints of coffee, whatever. This does not. Why do you put on the can that there's all these flavors that if they were there, they would probably be fucking delicious? But then you try it and you're like, I'm searching for them. I can tell there's a sweetness in it, but I can't tell if it's actually the vanilla. I can't tell if it's maybe the banana. I might get this tiniest of like background thought of coffee, but it just doesn't taste like it's supposed to. I'm not saying it's awful. It's not the worst thing I've had. It's not what you guys have been drinking. but it's disappointing. Like, you see a can like this, you see the name, you're like, holy fuck, this is actually a really cool combination. And you take your first sip, and it's the most disappointing thing ever. Like, the can is entirely misleading. You barely taste any of the flavors. And
I got a whole
I
bunch
know,
of like artificial flavor kind of.
yeah,
vibes
there's
How,
from
there's
how
it.
cold?
sweetness.
How
There's
cold is that beer?
very cold, not very
It-
cold,
it-
Not very cold.
not very cold.
Yeah, so you should be
Okay.
It's
getting
fridge.
it.
It was fridge
Somewhat
cold,
cold.
but I took it out before we started, like 15
Okay.
minutes, 20 minutes.
Okay.
It's probably warmed up a fair bit by now too.
But
Oh, yeah.
now, like, I'm here, and it still tastes the same when I first drank it. Like, the for flavors, like, it doesn't come out. The flavors don't come out. I don't know. But yeah, I agree. It tastes artificial. Like, there's a sweetness to it, and you can't really figure out where the sweetness is coming from. There's nothing there that's really, like, amazing. And I'm looking at the thing, and it says contains barley, wheat, and oats, and then it says made with banana, coconut, coffee, and vanilla. But you don't know what they used for that. Like, it was extract, or if it was, like, something flavoring, natural or artificial flavoring, whatever the case may be. Style wise, with all the 10 point, yeah, it's 10%. The sticker is 10%. The can is 8.6. Anyways, for 10%, the alcohol doesn't come through very much, so it is a beer that if you do enjoy, like, it doesn't taste bad. So if you do enjoy these kind of beers, it'll go down smooth, and you can barely tell that it's 10%. So for personal preference, I drank it pretty fast, so I'm gonna give it a 7 because I don't hate it, and it went down really smooth. But for style, I'm absolutely gonna give it a 1 because there's nothing on this can that I fucking taste. That's it. It's my anger.
Yeah, that's a pretty important thing for it comes to
The
flavor.
rant is done.
beers. All right.
The important thing is that yet
Like-
again I made Lady Lee angry.
It seems like everybody's venting out their aggressions tonight, which is good to get it all out. To be honest.
It tastes decent. Like, there's a taste to it, but like, there's nothing that gears me to any flavors. I think it's just such a mesh of artificialness that you really don't get like the actual flavors that you could enjoy from this. Maybe they should have put less flavors in it. Maybe they should just like knocked out 2 and emphasized the flavors on the rest. I don't know. It's missed opportunity. I just think like there was potential there, and it was missed.
Wasted.
Well, basically, it's
All
just
I
like
feel like this one would have tasted better.
Imperial
I'm gonna
Stout.
try this.
Awesome.
it's a regular. It's just basically a imperial stout with a little bit of coffee, right? Basically
Yeah,
what you're
that's
getting.
all it is. Like,
Doesn't
it
sound like
tastes.
a very good imperial stout either.
It tastes very similar to the first one I tried, except I found the first one I tried, like the one I did last year, the flavors came out more. Like, I tasted vanilla, I tasted coffee. This one, it's just sweet, so you can kind of maybe in the background taste them, but it's not there. Like, the flavors are really not there. But yeah, exactly what you said, Chris.
All right.
Okay.
Thank you, Miss Lady Lee. All right. So, who else we got left here? I think I wrote you down.
Jamie.
Jamie. Let's move on to Mr. Basement. Hi, Jamie. So,
Hey.
your beer. What you think?
It's doing good. I'm near the end there. I picked this up partially because of the artwork. I think it's kind of cool. Name's neat, Piggy, and that is reminiscent of. Does anyone remember this old Waterloo Dark?
The old Waterloo Dark
Yeah.
logo, yeah.
Yeah, like back in the '90s, I had a T-shirt with that label on it, and it's kind of funny. Like, it was one of the shirts that I would always wear, kind of on the weekends. So like anytime there was a picture of me, almost all the time I had this Waterloo Dark T-shirt on. But anyway, so that's an aside. The beer itself, opposite of Lee, this says on it that it's Imperial Stout with bacon and maple syrup. It's exactly what you get. Has that in, like, when you sniff it, you get a little bit of that bacon scent, and the same thing with the taste. The maple syrup overpowers a little bit, a little sweeter than what I normally like. I like my, I don't know, stouts. I'd rather have more of a, whatever, barrel umami soy sauce, whatever, like something that it's not as much of a sweet taste to it, but this does it well. The only weird thing about it is you know how you have a pepper beer? When you have a pepper beer, you kind of get that tingly tongue in your throat or whatever. You feel it a little bit. It has a little bit of that sensation without the tingly tongue, like you get it in the kind of the back of your throat, almost like it is a pepper beer, but it's obviously not. And other than that, it's exactly what it says. Maybe a little bit thin, maybe a little bit sweet for my taste, but someone that likes this kind of sweeter stout would be, a good one for them. So I'm going to give it 8s all around. Cheers.
So 8s all around. Yeah.
Mhm.
Awesome. Cheers, Jamie.
Nice.
Sounds like a good beer. All right. So,
I was going to say
David?
one other thing. The only other thing I was going to say about it, and I forgot, was the back when I first started getting into craft beer, there was a Rogue bacon beer. I remember it was like the first beer that I was like, "Ooh, I want to get that." It was like a voodoo donut,
Voodoo Donut,
Oh,
Rogue,
yeah, I remember that.
Bacon. Yes, I've had that.
which I never got it.
I don't think I ever had that
And
one.
yeah,
Check out my reviews. Check out my reviews. I've got it up there.
I don't think I've ever had donuts.
Yeah, a few years later, they did come to the LCBO with, they had the sriracha one, I believe,
Yep.
and then there was
Yep.
like a lemon donut, both
Yep.
fucking terrible.
Yep.
I'm sure the bacon one was also terrible, but
The bacon was disappointing.
so 10 years later, finally having my bacon beer,
Nice.
and it's a good one.
Very
I
cool.
remember when Voodoo Donut first came out and everybody was going nuts because it was like flavored beers. What the hell? Like now you get pastry stouts and
What
whatever.
the hell I want
What
with
flavor
Budweiser?
combination, whatever the fuck you want.
And the
just-
Pepto-Bismol
Banana
bottle.
beers and shit.
I just tried the hazelnut one, the other one that was my option.
Mhm.
It actually tastes like hazelnut, and yeah, this one's way better.
That's a good beer.
Nice.
That,
It is really good. I was kind of worried because sawdust has disappointed me in the past, but this is
Oh, that's actually
delicious.
Soda City.
That beer gets physicsed well.
Nice.
That you have in your hand.
Alrighty, so.
Not
Very
the
good.
one I'm
Eats
going
for
to crack
Jamie.
the bad
Let's
flavor
go.
in your mouth.
Redbeard.
What?
What you got?
Yeah, this is pretty good. Like I said, no date on it, and I want to say it's on the verge of jumping off a cliff, but it hasn't yet. It's kind of nothing special. It's just a nice, solid example of a kind of well-made, generic double IPA. It's got the hops and stuff listed. Malts are Canadian two-row, Vienna, flaked rye, and light crystal. The hops are CTZ, Comet, Cascade, and Centennial. Fresh hops are Cascade and Centennial from Prairie Mountain Hops, and American Ale yeast. And yeah, for my first experience with this brewery, it's pretty solid. I'm gonna give it 7s all across the board. Yeah,
7 and 7. Alrighty.
not bad.
Thank you, Beard.
I feel like if it was fresh, I'd actually really enjoy it. But it's 100 IBUs apparently too, but that doesn't really come through. It's weird.
Does the 100 IBUs ever come through? Because when they say 100 IBUs, it doesn't really.
I've had a couple 100 IBU beers where it like smacks you in the face.
Like Fat
Yeah.
Tug,
Well, yeah,
for
it
example.
all depends on
Chris.
how blended it is with the rest of the beer. It also, the palate only really detects up to 60 IBUs anyway.
Well, typically,
palate.
beers that have massive IBUs are often doubles and triples, and they have the malt to usually match the hops, so that also kind of covers it up a little bit.
Yeah, but I mean, like intensely bitter beers like that, if they get a high IBU rating, it's usually because they get the malt to back it up, which kind of masks it out. All right, thank you, Beard. Let's go over to Christoph.
Now, our good friend Joe from the Beer Patrol loves other half beers, right? You know how he's like all about other half. This beer from Bellwoods and Counterpart, this version that was brewed over at Bellwoods is exactly the same mouthfeel that you would get from another half beer. The mouthfeel of this beer is pretty much, it's very, very low end of full, maybe really high end of medium, but the creaminess that you get from this beer is just fucking fantastic. This beer by itself is worth the $6.64 you buy it for, just for the mouthfeel. The smell, everything's perfect on this beer. This is probably the best just the best IPA I've had from Bellwoods, and that they've done their collaboration with Counterpart. I can't wait to try the Counterpart's version. This one's brewed with Simcoe, I think it's Simcoe, Galaxy, and Raquel hops. So this one has it has a little bit of a watermelon kind of sweetness to it, but nothing to really, think that it's like fucking Jolly Rancher or anything like that. It's fucking dynamite. The flavors in this beer is, I don't know. I love this beer. I'm so glad I got to drink this one again today. I was just like, you know what? And I got one more, and I tried to buy some more, and they're all sold out, and I'm kind of pissed off. So I'm gonna hold on to that last beer I have in my fridge downstairs, and I'm gonna compare it to the Counterpart version. So, as a triple IPA from Bellwoods and Counterpart, this is for style. This is perfect. I'm gonna give this one a 10, and personal preference is a 10. This is triple IPA of the year so far for me. Just from what I've had, and this can is exactly a week old, and I was afraid before I opened it up that this was going to go green, like it was going to have some green astringency or hot burn. None whatsoever. It's fucking dynamite.
But will it physics?
Probably, but I'm not going to do it. I only have one left.
Get more. Sounds like it's worth buying.
I might physics the Counterpart one when I get it.
Nice.
Yeah, Counterpart one comes out this weekend for their anniversary.
Yeah, Saturday. Yeah, I'm going to be broke on Saturday. There's a bunch of nine beers being released on Saturday.
Holy shit.
Holy shit.
We'll get back to it in a moment here, but Daniel Harper's in the chat. Holy crap.
Mhm.
Cheers, dude.
Daniel Harper, I thought he got killed by Nazis.
Yeah, right.
Not yet.
Not yet.
He's
Give him
working
time.
hard to destroy them.
Not
No.
yet, but soon.
Hard to
No,
destroy
I'm
them.
sorry, but I do not know
All right.
who Daniel Harper is.
He destroys Nazis. That's all you need to know.
Awesome.
No relation to the former prime minister. Anyway, Radar,
He's lead.
your beer.
Russell's podcast partner.
Interesting. The date on it is December 12th, but it's still actually not that bad. I could feel the taste that it would have had, I think. Solid double IPA for an 8.3 alcohol. It's dangerous. Like, it goes down real smooth. Other than that, I should have looked for a nearer date, but I will give probably a better understanding if I have a fresher one. But all in all, this one is still pretty good. Not too stale for an all beer. But no, I'm giving it 8.1 all around for this one, actually.
8.1, just to be different.
The smell was actually pretty good, though. So yeah, 8.1.
All right. Awesome.
Off
good. Awesome.
Whatever.
All right. Thank you, Radar. Let's go over to, actually, before I get to myself, let's go back over to Dan and see what he thinks of his aged bottle.
Oh hi.
Yeah.
Sorry, I got distracted.
How are you faring with your Grizzly Paw? Is it better than the Orange Creamsicle?
Dear God,
Spoilers,
211%. Yeah, pretty much.
How'd it hold up?
211% beers. I'm feeling good. I feel alright. Anyways,
Right.
yeah. So I'm gonna hide that word because I've already said it once, but this Imperial Stout is actually really doing wonders for me. The only thing I have, so 2016, it's aged really well. We're looking at what, 6 years? Don't fucking know
What was
what
the
year
ABV
it's
on it?
for. 2016.
Well, no, ABV.
Oh, sorry, not year. ABV is what? Crap.
Womp womp womp.
I gotta try and read that. What? 2 seconds. The old eyes. I think it's 11.5 or something like that. Oh, Jesus Christ! You and your smart shit. Grizzly Paw. 2016 Imperial.
10.5. All right, keep going,
Thank-
Dan.
All right. Anyways, thank you. At least you can read that off that. Anyways, a little thin, as we would hear from a lot of our friends out there. But at the same point in time, it has held up quite nicely. It is a cellar series, and that's exactly what I did. Was I cellared it, and it really did justice on this beer. Beautiful flavors. See, Lady Lee, I am going back for more. Oh wait, she disappeared. Anyways,
Oh.
I'm still here. I just have a. Yeah.
I got it. Right, that's fine. It's fine. Whatever. Chocolate licorice, beautiful notes, but it is absolutely an amazing beer 6 years later. Really good. And two very strong beers after 28 days. I'm good. So, style 9. Enjoyability? Hell yes, 9 as well.
9.
9! So yes, that's the other one. Sorry guys, I didn't mean to go twice, but
All right.
that's better.
Nine,
better.
9 is better
Okay.
than yet.
Yeah, 9 is better than yet.
Then says, "Fuck the police."
Right.
I'm gonna quick one, but I would do the same with this one. I'd give it a 9 and a 9 because I enjoy this one very much, and
I'd
I
give
think
you a
And that was
9.
the Soda City
lusciousness.
lusciousness.
Sure, you
Yeah.
had to 9 me. You had to 9 me over
Hazelnut
there.
latte. That sounds interesting, actually.
It actually tastes like a hazelnut latte, and you get like the alcohol-y taste from the beer, which is always nice because I always hate when like things taste fake. This actually tastes like a genuine stout that has a hazelnut latte taste to it. It's a milk stout, especially. Hey Dan, saying you should be proud
How
of me.
you doing? Well, okay, all right. Now we're talking. All right, fine.
And
Give me 9.
big banana.
That's it. That's all I want to say. I just want to
Alright.
jump into the game too, so I'm like, I want to jump
Well,
on
we
this
gave
one.
Dan another turn, so I guess because nobody can
Yeah.
apparently decide what beer to drink tonight. Anyway, so getting
Can
back
we all do
to
a second beer?
the what?
Can we all do a second beer, Nick? We got to be fair.
No, Nick, no, Greg. You've done second beers
I gotta
before.
go
Unless
to
you got
bed.
some,
Hurry
unless you
up.
got some
There's a
chalet
lot.
sauce to cuvee
I'm
with.
not doing a travel envy from
All right.
Amsterdam.
All right. Anyway, let me do my beer. So this one, the Dominion City Between Two Evils bourbon barrel aged imperial stout, which was aged in bourbon barrels for a friggin' year, which is this thing is friggin' delicious. And it's going down super easy. Like I've actually had to like stop drinking it and just like take little sips now because I'm gonna run out of it before this episode's over. And it's also one that I kind of want to make last because this is super tasty. Like it almost feels like this can is too small. I'd love to have like a cork bottle of this and just drink it. You know, it's got
Yes.
like it's
You
got
thank
flavors.
Greg for that.
Yep. Flavors of chocolate syrup, espresso coffee. It's roasty, a little touch smoky. It's got tobacco notes, a hint of soy sauce, a nice taste of barrel char in the finish. It's chewy, it's sticky, it's syrupy, but it's not super heavy like you would think with a syrupy beer. It's a really delicious sipper, and it's not too boozy, but it's a little bit warming. This thing's fucking good. Like this is a super like I wrote down here in my notes that it's not Amsterdam Double Tempest by any means, but it's not far off. Like this. I'd happily buy this again. I'd happily keep a couple of cans of this on hand. This
is why I
is
was so
friggin'
excited
delicious.
to do it.
What's
Yeah.
it called?
Yeah, like this 9.5s all around for this. This 9.5s for style, 9.5er overall. This thing is fucking tasty.
What's it called?
Between
Dominion
Two
Cities
Evils.
between
Dominion
two
City.
evils.
I haven't had that one yet. Did I actually get
Oh,
a
shit.
lot of beer from Dominion
You
City?
should
It
probably
is
search this out
delicious.
the next time you see it.
Okay, and Dominion City, in my add, is very solid when it comes to like making different beers, like not just their.
Well,
Mark,
So, Radar, if you're in the mood, I don't know if you order from Dominion City or not. You can't get it at the LCBO.
no, I go there. It's like
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
like you go
right.
to the actual brewery. If you
Okay,
go to the
well,
brewery and you see this there, Radar, pick it up.
Okay, well, so just so you know, it's 100% still available. So go get them, Tiger.
Go to the brewery, the
I've
Radar.
had lots of them late. Lots of Dominion City beers lately, and they have not let
Well,
me
go
down.
to the
Like,
go
even
to
I
the
think
friggin'
the
brewery
first
and get some
one
of this,
was still
Radar.
pretty
You
good.
owe it to yourself.
Yeah.
It's tasty.
Yep.
This Western Canadian reviewer approves of that message.
Right. So, Greg, what was the other beer you said you had?
Question: was it Gita send it to you?
No, it was Greg.
The other G.
Greg, did you say
Really?
you had a second beer? You're muted.
I'm not going to actually review it, but I'm just doing I'm just having an Amsterdam travel envy. It's I'm trying to age
Oh, that's
this
that
because
hazy.
it is a hazy IPA, and to be honest, I don't like it that much, as I don't really
Oh.
like hazy IPAs that much. But I'm trying to age it. At this point, it's like 3 months old. I'm trying to see if it can get better,
All right.
mildly better.
Kind of get there.
How's that experiment going?
Okay, so let's circle back to the top here, and just before we read the comments, let's start with Mr. Ashley and say, of all the beers you saw here tonight, which would you have rather have drank? I imagine it's all of them, but
All of them in a fishbowl mixed together.
Oh,
Before I had this one again. No, actually, Jamie's, because sounds like they just kept it simple with 2 adjuncts, and they did it well. Got the bacon, you got the maple, bam, bam.
What was the cost on that little can, Jamie? Out of curiosity.
I got it at a bottle shop, so like $18.
Now,
Seriously.
yikes!
No,
Okay.
it wasn't that much.
no.
Okay, I wouldn't be surprised if it was like what's the ABV?
Probably from the beer brewery, it would be like $6 or $7 somewhere. in
Okay, so it was like around 10 or something. I assume you paid
there for
right?
a little can.
All right.
Okay, and what's the ABV story on that one? I missed it. 11 something, I assume, probably, right?
11.9.
Okay, cool.
All right, so
Yeah.
thank you, Ash. Let's go over to Lady Lee and say, of all the beers you saw here tonight, which would you have rather have drank?
So for the longest time tonight, I was very interested in Jamie's beer, but then Nick mentioned this kind of taste of soy sauce, and it had me really interested. So I'm gonna go with Nick's.
Nice.
Good choice.
Awesome. All right, I got a vote. All right, thank you, Lady Lee. Let's go over to the Jamester himself. Of all the beers you saw here tonight, which would you rather have had?
Oh man, that's a tough one between Chris's and Nick's. I'm gonna take. Oh geez, I'll take Nick's
Woo.
You
and
Nice.
fucker.
Dan's shirt
And
Just kidding.
Dan's
and
shirt.
Lady Lee's glasses.
Nice. Dan's shirt right there. New level. Jamie's going for a new level there.
Your little acid wash. Here we go.
It makes my disability look fancy.
Nice.
You have no disability.
disability that you're a girl.
Glasses. Anyway.
I can't see your disability.
All right,
You
all
still
right.
take
So,
the bus?
all right, so Dan, of all the beers you saw here tonight, which would you have rather have had?
Damn it. You know what? I've had the one that you've had there, Nick, and I've had wet dreams about it. So, yeah, no, Greg, when you sent that to me and I had it, it was fucking delicious.
Oh, I probably
have-
seen you can.
Yes, you probably did, yeah.
You probably got my can. That's what happened. So you're
It, it was still fucking delicious, so I had it for you. So the West Coast, Nick, had your East Coast, Dan. Dan. So it was actually really good. And you know what? I would love to try more from Dominion City because I wanted more after that can. So
They're-
Nick,
all
All
you
of
win.
awesome.
Fair enough.
Alrighty. Thank you, Dan.
Something.
Let's go to Redbeard and say, of all the beers you saw here tonight, which you would have rather, you know what I mean.
Brother,
Which one would you have
That was
rather
a-
had?
That was a nicely phrased question. I
You're
was
trying to
I
see
like
it.
Intro. Go ahead. What do you- yeah.
I've
beer?
had so many delicious IPAs from Bellwoods. Even though Chris is raving about it, I can't see it being that much more or even any more amazing than some of the other IPAs I've had from them. So I got to go with Jamie just because that sounds really interesting.
it does sound interesting.
Like I've had a few delicious maple syrup, bourbon barrel aged kind of beers, but I've never had anything with bacon, and I love bacon, so I feel like it could work
Yeah.
well. So yeah.
All right.
Bacon
Thank
is
you,
good.
Redbeard. Yeah,
Cheers.
bacon does sound interesting. All right, so who is next? We
Greg.
have Gorg. Hi, Greg.
Gorg.
I would very much like to try either Ashley or Dan's first beer.
Pick one. Ashley or Dan's first? No, Greg. Be serious here.
Can I pick your beer then, Nick?
Well,
Of course.
you can if you want.
I know.
You
I know
probably
you're.
have more of them in your cellar.
No, okay. I mean, I don't have. So let's see. I don't really remember what Redbeard has because I wasn't paying attention. Lady Lee's doesn't sound very, very appetizing. Dan's second beer is really good.
There you
My
go. There you
second
go.
one sounds better.
Oh yeah, you had some dragon beer. Dan's second beer sounds freaking amazing. Sorry.
Hold on, Greg. My
Chris-
second beer and boobs.
Chris had the Bellwood's Dream Belly.
Shut up. I'll show you moves later.
No, I know. Chris likes Bellwoods. I think Bellwoods is shit when it comes to IPA, so I imagine I would hate that beer. But that's just my own personal, my own
Damn
opinion.
lunatic.
Move.
And
Hashtag move.
so of course I'm going to go with the mustache man himself without a mustache. I'm going to go with Jamie's beer because it sounds real damn good.
I'm disappointed because Greg usually goes for me.
I've
So
got
Jamie
goatee.
is so
I'm-
down.
I
Difference between mustache man and mustache ride.
It seems I picked the wrong beer for you tonight.
It's okay. It's okay. I just think it's funny. Hey, wait! I reviewed the other beer. You didn't even listen.
Well, yeah, but I mean, okay, so I'm allowed to pick either one of your beers? Because if I was allowed to pick your second beer, I would probably pick Dan's because Dan fucking has an Imperial Stout that's
Okay.
what's the math on that?
Dan-
6 years old.
Okay,
7
Greg's
years
voting
old?
for Dan's second.
Well, you just stole that from Jamie, but I guess so. It's okay. Let's just go with Lady Lee because she seems like the most disappointed in my.
You're just going for boobs. Come on now.
Oh God.
I mean,
I got them too.
so.
Okay, so Greg's pretty much spoiling his vote.
I want to taste Lady Lee's banana, and I want that sound clip. Go for it, Jamie.
Is this going to be
Alrighty.
another night where we're all shirtless there like we did a couple weeks ago?
All right,
Usually,
so
Greg doesn't pay attention to
I'm gonna put Greg's vote on Lee's second beer.
I pay half attention to a lot of things, but remember this weird
I noticed.
Sparkle Puff Space beer was 11.6%,
All right.
and I drank the bottle right before it, so my
I'm
memory.
sorry. I'm sorry, Nick.
All right. Yep. All right. Let's go. Thank you, Greg. Let's go over to Mr. Christopher. And of all the beers here tonight, which would you have rather have had?
Probably Jamie's. I like maple. Maple beers are good. They're always good. A little bit of bacon doesn't hurt. I'm a big bacon fan. Yeah, whether it's pre-cooked bacon or oven-cooked bacon or fried bacon.
Pre-cooked
Bacon is
on an
bacon.
English muffin.
Some bacon in there.
Bacon.
Yeah. I pick Jamie's beer.
Alrighty. Thank you, Chris. Who else we got? We got Mr. Aradlar. Oh, why did it go? Where'd Radar go?
There it is.
What the fuck, Radar? I clicked on you and all of a sudden you disappeared. Why can't I hear
Oh, yeah, that might be it.
We can hear you.
you? We can hear you.
Can you guys hear me?
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah, for some reason it was probably my internet's again.
All right, we can
Because,
see you
more,
too.
more
All right.
people moved
Okay.
in and
Dial up
25
internet.
Oh, I
people
get
on
you.
the same.
All right,
thing.
there, Radar. Of all the beers you saw here tonight, which ones you would rather have had?
Yours.
Mine?
I'm curious to see because I've had most of the Dominion cities and I did not have, but I had that one. And Dominion cities beers are very good, even like the non-IPA ones because they're strong for the Sun Split, which I really like,
Mm.
and the Two Flags, which I usually always buy from them. So yeah, I'm curious about that one more than the others.
Nice.
Or-
All right. Oh, sweet. Awesome. Okay, so that in turn leaves me. What beer would I have rather have had tonight? I'm tossed up between either Jamie's or Chris's. And I haven't had a good IPA from Bellwoods in a while, and I'm actually kind of attracted to the triple IPA style. So I'm thinking I'm going to vote for Chris. Chris hasn't gotten a
Yay.
single vote at all. So
That's okay.
that and I do say that I'm also interested in Jamie's. I think I'm a little more interested in Chris's than Jamie's. But Jamie's,
There you go.
going on with the topic of bacon beers, I had one. Was it Red Rover? Was it Red Racer? Had a
Red
bacon.
Race. Oh,
Yeah,
God,
they had
that
a
was
bacon
gross.
I like that beer.
I did not like that one. Like,
Oh no,
Red Rocket.
I-
agreement among the
It
Dans.
was a long time ago I had that, but I remember liking it anyway. I bought a couple of bottles of that back in the day.
I may have
But
had an old one. I didn't like it.
I'm
so.
pretty sure I've had like I think Hammond River Brewing, toot my own horn, local brewery here, has actually made their Imperial Breakfast Stout using his own bacon. Like he actually smoked a slab of pork belly and sliced it into bacon and used that bacon to make his beer.
Yeah. It's a good choice, though. Like, even with this being my beer, I would rather have Chris's probably. Like, this is a good one-off beer, but, you know, it's a little sweet for me. I'd rather go for
if you can
like
really
that.
go for
But
a
your
good
stout
bacon,
Nick sounded good.
All right.
yeah. I mean, if you go for a good bacon, like I don't know if I've actually had a good bacon beer. I've had a few, but yeah, if you have a good bacon, I love my bacon. Obviously, I love my fucking bacon. Um, yeah, it's something. So
Well, that also means that with 4 votes between 2 evils wins. So yay. Toot my own
Whoop, whoop.
horn.
until next time, Nick.
So sad
Until
have you said
next
it.
time.
Do my own horn. Nah, be excited. You picked the beer of the night.
That said, I'm almost like there's a conflict of interest here because I was thinking Jamie's or Chris's, and I voted for Chris. Maybe I voted for Chris because that means that me and Jamie wouldn't be tied. But no, that's totally not it. No, I kind of like interesting Chris's, so whatever.
You're a shameful dictator, Nick.
Yeah.
We did have somebody ask.
I'm putting
a
out all the
question.
stops tonight.
I own Boxing Club.
Boo.
We'll have a meetup and you guys can fight.
Alrighty, so we've got
Fighting
the comments here, a lot of them. Anybody want to read them, Radar?
They're good comments, not just good
Where were we?
comments.
Oh god. Where were we?
So just read past Lee and I, and then get to the rest.
Holy smokes, I'm trying to find.
Okay,
where-
yeah. Okay,
Yeah, don't worry about
I think it's around the time that Daniel Harper came in the chat, and then Lee and
Yeah, I read Coors Light, and so Lee Russell, Greg put in his 2 cents. Lee Russell,
I did-
Lee throwing shade on the other beers, crabby, but better than shit you're all drinking. Ha ha. Glad to skip this negative panel of curmudgeons, Lee Russell said. Hey all, it just happened upon this in my mentions. Keep doing what you do, said Daniel Harper.
yeah.
Why, thank you, said Vincent Fournier.
Cheers, Daniel.
Dan, hope you're doing well, said Lee Russell. Lee Hardy said, oh hey Daniel. Daniel Harper, you know me, I'm doing what I do. Lee Russell said, Jamie, the fucking Waterloo stand. Daniel Harper said, didn't mean to interrupt, of course. Lee Russell said, you're not. Those rogue beers were poopy. Daniel Harper said, the rogue bacon donut stout or something similar. As I recall, it was terrible. Big gimmick bullshit, said Lee Russell. Lee Hardy, you're a gimmick. You're a gimmick. Daniel Harper said, with a flavored stout, 100 IBUs is basically just bittering enough to get over the fucking bullshit adjuncts. Daniel Harper, sorry not to be provocative, lol. Lee Russell, let Lee Hardy gets you like gimmick. Daniel Harper, lol, not wrong. The Evo is just max with diabetes, not wrong. Daniel Harper said, no, these don't get the difference between bittering and flavoring hops. And also the calculations these breweries use are decades out of date. Happening indeed. Daniel Harper, not dead yet. Lee Hardy, ha ha ha. I love that I haven't made a beer video since 2012 and I'm still remembered. It really warms my heart. Like, get a good minute for me. Legitimately. I'm finishing the night with a short Tuma Lupa Licious. It's one of my go-tos. Lee Russell said, well, weren't you not a piece of shit that sticks in people's minds? Sounds fancy.
When the
Said
fuck
Lady
did
B.
David Attenborough get here?
Do I sound like David Attenborough?
I'm
almost
trying to
started
figure out where Radar is reading.
Reason to peace out from this chat. Daniel Harper, smiley thing, face winky, blah, blah.
I'm following him.
Truth, I don't know why she likes any of us. Daniel Harper said, can you even get Maxton Triple X? Don't know. I kind of doubt it. Lee Russell, Maxton Triple X. I haven't seen it here, said Lee Hardy.
Maxton Triple X.
WNWB. I don't know what.
I haven't had Cat Max and Triple X in a few years. I got it once.
Hello there, Bob McCurd, who said WNWB. I don't know what that means.
What's next
When's
week's
Next
beer?
week's beer.
Oh,
Here.
or I thought it was Winwood. Anyways, Lee Russell
Winwood.
said, I got one years ago at Beer Mouse, so did we have it in Canada at one point?
Yeah, I got I went in on an order one time. Let us interact with some of the comments, dude. I got an order one time from beers like from Ontario, I think, and so I picked up a a 6-pack of the Maxon Triple X Stout, and it was okay. I think it was one of my first experiences with milk stouts. It wasn't anything right home though.
It was the second beer I ever loved and haven't had it in a decade or more. I don't think it's disturbed with an Rebecca at this point. They also said it's probably owned by some big company that ruined it anyway. Daniel Pepper said, I'm sure everything is terrible these days. You're
Way to
right,
go.
People stick it to great local somebody else would have. Said Lee
Jamie,
Russell.
what's up?
If there's
Hi,
a
Jamie.
brewery in your town.
Yeah, I
See
gotta
you,
go,
Jamie.
guys.
Okay, see you, Jamie.
Catch you
Hi,
later.
Jamie.
Thanks for coming,
Bye.
Jamie.
By just the soy sauce impy stout thing seems. There's somebody at the door. Somebody. That's my pizza.
All right, let me. I'll pick it up here because I want to talk about the next one. Soy sauce dippy stout thing seems overstated in my opinion. Possibly an individual tasting note, like the people who taste cilantro as soap. Yeah, I wonder about that. I know that, like soy sauce. I don't think I even started thinking about it until I think Jamie mentioned it in it, and then I started getting into mine. And I remember the first time I ever had something that really made me think soy sauce, and that was like the Sam Adams Triple Bock that Matt Dabkins, the Master Beer Reviews, brought to one of the bottle shares. And yeah, like it's not something you commonly think about. And who knows, maybe it is it depends on whether you get it strong enough. The only time I really got it hardcore was in Oster Blues 10. Oh, frig, 1050. I missed that beer. I've only had that beer a handful of times, but it's a friggin' delicious Imperial Stout.
We get it in Alberta.
I've got one more about to hit 5 years this year. I'm gonna drink it.
Oh wow, you got a 1050. I remember, yeah, I was in Ontario for a while, and I think Joe gave me a barrel aged one, or we drank the
We'll
barrel
still
aged.
be able to get it once in a while.
Yeah, I miss it. All right,
It
so
is great beer.
Daniel Harper says, I visited the brewery in 2019. Didn't have the 1050, but what I had was great. Dave's Pale Ale and the Prima Pills, because that's what I was interested in, tasting fresh. Hold the Prima Pills to being the most authentic Czech Pilsners I've tasted and not made in Czechia. Lee Russell says, interesting. Generally hunt for good pills these days now. Lots of them popping up in my area. I look for a single hop Saaz with a healthy but not overwhelming malt bill. Sounds good. I prefer Pilsners that have Saaz, and that's really kind of a lot of breweries will make like a Pilsner and just throw whatever indiscriminate kind of noble hop to it. Daniel Harper says, sorry if I'm being kind of a dick. I'm enjoying the last beer of the night. Yeah, no worries, dude.
We're all being.
It's actually nice to see you comment on the video because, like, I heard Radar saying something about it, like, yeah, you haven't posted a video in like since 2012. I'm pretty sure I've interacted with it more recently than that.
Anyways, I'm gonna go for like 10 minutes. I'll see you guys later in the after chat, whatever.
Yep, we'll probably sign off by then. But thanks, Radar. We'll see you in a bit.
Peace out.
Alrighty, so let's finish out these comments here. Dan Lee also says, good plan. Hope you're not being a dick at all. Lee Hardy says, whatever, stop chatting, and the chat now sounds intelligent. That's not correct. Lee Russell says, whatever, whiz kid. And Chris says, anyone asked the question? Yes, actually, Bob McCurge, I think it's just Lee Russell alter ego, said, what's next week's beer? So we'll get to that in a second. Yeah, Bob did. Okay, well, man. Never got it from the Sam Adams Triple Bock. Depends on which one you had, I guess. So this is the hop of Czechia. Yeah, I know. Anyway, the question has been asked, so drum roll, please. Speaking of Eastern European Pilsners, we're going to do Wernsgrüner. The East German Pilsner. Like, where exactly is Wernsgrüner from? Other than, Wernsgrün or something. Yeah, Wernsgrün, Germany. So I know it's an Eastern European. It's a popular beer in former Eastern Bloc countries, and I was inspired to pick this up to do next week's beer because I saw them using Wernsgrüner bottles to make Molotov cocktails in Ukraine. So let's do the closest thing we can to acknowledge.
You're welcome for sharing that.
You're welcome. Anyway, obviously we're not recommending anybody drink or in North America make Molotov cocktails, but still,
what's it called
let's
again?
show
Sorry,
solidarity.
I missed it.
This is Wernsgrüner, which is available at the LCBO.
It's very basically it's one of those beers you've never seen, but it's at every LCBO.
Yeah, it's
Okay.
like Lech or Zivich or something like that.
Zivits.
Zivich.
God damn it, Alberta's don't have that.
You're gonna
All
have
right,
to.
I'm going. I gotta go. I gotta go to bed.
All right,
I'm out of
Chris.
here, guys.
Have a good night,
Peace out. I'm
Chris.
exhausted. I've been up since 3:15 a.m. I gotta go to bed.
Gross.
Cheers.
I know.
Ew.
All right,
right.
peace
Chris.
out, guys. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, no problem. Thanks for coming.
Cheers,
Hope your thumb's feeling
Chris.
better soon.
Thanks for not thumbing your nose.
Thumbs up, Chris. Alrighty, and Daniel Harper says, "Fun to listen to y'all. Thanks for chatting with me. It's nice seeing you again, dude. Great
Cheers.
seeing you again. He says you can actually get Wernsgerner. Well, if you want to come on next week, let me know. Probably not spelling it properly. Actually, I think you are spelling it properly. You reviewed it in 2010. I reviewed mine back in, I think, 2011. And I remember, well, I won't give it spoilers next week, but I also had a bit of a beta
No
palate.
spoilers.
So, all right. I think it's high time for us to take this offline, considering we've been going for almost 100 or an hour and a half, which it puts this at one of the
100.
longest BA101s ever.
Also, we've lost several members along the way.
Yeah, we
haven't-
lost 3, and somehow still
I
have
fucking
6.
survived
We
most
lost,
of them.
we lost,
and
we
I
lost Chris,
know.
we lost Jamie, we lost Radar, and yet I thought we
Double
only had 8
fisting.
people.
And we kept me. Yay.
Oh, we had 9. Okay, it was a good panel tonight.
Yeah.
All right,
Enough
so
to defend Lady Lee.
thanks in the chat. Thanks Bob McCurd. Thanks Lee Russell. Thanks Daniel Harper most of all. Nice seeing you again, buddy. And thanks everybody here on panel.
Comment by whoever that was.
You can actually see him next to you.
Cheers and
These
fuck
folks.
Russia.
Joe, I can't remember the name.